Hello, Midrealm. I hope you all are well today. Lots going on in the world. We are here to give you a quick update on where we stand with the kingdom.
And reopening the kingdom.
Yes. So for a change, we're not telling you what's going to be canceled.
Yay!
So we're not open today. Today is going to tomorrow will be June 1st. Today is May 31st. We are not going to be open June 1st. Remember, activities are still canceled through the month of June. But when we were Prince and Princess about 6 weeks ago, we gave you an update, right? Okay. And so what we said at the time that we would be transparent with you and we'd give you an update as soon as we had better information. Well, we have better information. We don't have perfect information, but we have better information. So we're here today to talk to you about that and what that means. We're gonna try some small group meetings. Is what we're gonna try. We understand that all of you are suffering. The sun is shining. You want to be out there. You want to be having fight practice. You want to be with your friends. You want to be at events. Well, we're not quite there yet.
We're supposed to be camping and drinking around a fire and telling stories and having bardic circles, and it's supposed to be complaining about being too hot and garb.
It's like, why are you wearing wool? It's June. Wear that stuff in September or October. Like, no, it's too cold then. I don't go to events. Well, those fall events are sounding pretty good right now. And that's kind of where we're at on all of this. We're not quite there yet. And we're going to open up soon, but we have to open up small. So there's a lot of guidelines and help that we need from everyone. Because this is bigger than all of us. This is bigger than you and I. This is bigger than Curia, right?
We require the entire kingdom to assist us to keep our friends and our family safe so that we can continue to have events with everyone.
So to that end, this is how we get back to trying to almost be normal. We know that it's not normal yet. Normal's a long way away. And we still have a lot of work to do. We're going to still have some hardship in front of us, but we have to meet, these criteria so that we don't, we're not reckless. So that we're being responsible and we're being good neighbors and we're helping each other out. So we have the list here in front of us, and Her Majesty is going to kind of walk through us, and we're going to talk about what each one of these things mean.
Well, first we're going to start by saying that we're going to follow CDC guidelines as much as we possibly can. We're going to stick to those because they are there to keep us all safe, and they are sound science. As sound as any science that we have on this right now.
Correct.
So between the CDC guidelines and the local and state regulations will guide what we can do in any given area. So we understand that certain things are a little different in different states, but we're going to try to keep that as cohesive as we possibly can. And that doesn't mean that we are talking about events yet. We are talking only about meetings.
Right.
And smaller gatherings right now. We will talk about events a little bit later after we make a few more plans on that.
Depending on what the activity is, though, some of those are classified as events per kingdom law, some of the changes that have just recently been made. So that's why we're saying that. So good call out. I would also interject this. Remember, we closed the kingdom before many state governors did. So we reserve the right to move this as we go because we don't have all the answers. None of this has happened before, and we're doing the best that we can. And that's why we need everyone's help, because we need you to be patient and adjust with us as we go along. However, this is the starting point, and if you have ideas on how to improve this, we would, we would like to hear some of those things. Just remember, please be polite and stay on track. And some of those answers might be no. We've thought about this and we don't feel that it's best for the kingdom. So.
One of the things that we're not going to be talking about also is martial activities.
Yes.
Martial activities are not going to be permitted at this time. So we're not talking about that. We're planning with our marshals now on how that might look.
Correct.
But that's going to be a little farther out as well.
Those will probably most likely be the last activities that come on board. We might be able to take a look at, so I know that there are some of the martial activities that are considered like archery and equestrian. They do fall up under the martial umbrella. Those activities will probably come online much sooner than rapier or rattan. Rapier and rattan will be the very last things that we bring back.
They'll be a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
So we are also going to be changing how we do things with meetings. So get ready, here we go. So we are going to require sign-in sheets so that you are signing in. This will be minors as well. So you and your minor are going to sign in for meetings, and we're going to ask that you provide a valid phone number or email address, because in the case that you come down with symptoms afterwards, we're going to ask you to notify our seneschal, and then we can assist with contact tracing, and the seneschals will know to contact their local health department regarding your information if we need to, and we can contact other people who were also at that meeting to ascertain that everyone knows their risk and can remain safe.
Absolutely. So to that point, don't give the seneschal a hard time. If you're not willing to provide an email and a phone number, and it's either or, right?
Either or.
Either or. If you're not willing to provide either one of those and be responsible about it, then don't come to the meeting. You can't come. Don't show up and want to cause trouble. We need you to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. So this is how we get there. So if you want to come to a meeting, you have to provide that information.
Yeah, whatever means we can contact you with.
Yeah.
The best way to contact you is what we're going to ask: phone number or email.
Yeah.
We're going to require that masks be worn. So, and they need to be worn properly over your face, your nose, and your mouth. No neck masks.
No ear masks. No. Like, I don't have any coverage up here. No, it's not a hat. You wear it on your nose and your mouth.
The group's not going to provide masks for everybody. You're going to have your own mask, and everyone is going to have to wear a mask.
So wait, I'm the king. Do I have to wear one?
You have to wear a mask.
All right. So there you go.
I know. I'm going to be covering up this lovely lipstick.
I know.
Yeah.
No way.
And my nose ring. Gosh. Masks. If you have a health problem that doesn't allow you to wear a mask, or you have problems, just please don't come to the meeting. You probably shouldn't be. You should be being very, very careful about your interactions, and coming to an SCA meeting right now is probably something you shouldn't be doing. So you need to wear a mask to come to the meeting. There are no exceptions to that mask requirement at this point in time.
So again, it's not about your personal freedoms. It's about looking out for all those other people that you want to come and see. So if you can't wear one, then you can't come. That's just how it is. If you don't want to wear one, you can't come.
And if you have an underlying health condition that's going to put you at higher risk according to the CDC, and we'll put these guidelines out there, they're easily searchable over the internet, please consider not attending as well. We want you safe. The whole point is to keep everybody as safe as possible, as healthy as possible, and get us all through this together. So please consider not attending if you are at risk, at a higher elevated risk.
What's the next one on our guidelines that we had Carrie write up for us?
Social distancing.
Oh, but I live with you, so it's okay. It's okay. I live with you, so that would be the exception to the rule. You know, I mean, like if you're married or you have a roommate or whatever. All right, you know, you're sharing the same germs. Okay, we get that. All right. However,
everyone else needs to stay 6 feet away, please.
That's right. That's right. It's not that you don't love anybody. It's just you got to take care of them.
If you're going to the meeting, please make sure you don't have symptoms
Before.
of any illness before you attend. And then if you do come down with symptoms up to 14 days or even a little later than that, after the meeting, please make sure you're contacting your local seneschal so that, again, we can ascertain that everybody at the meeting can kind of keep track of their symptoms or keep track of their health a little bit more closely if someone comes down with some symptoms.
And those symptoms are linked on our page that we'll be sending out. So if you want to just show them that sheet real quick.
There's going to be a required, this required document coming at all meetings.
And the seneschal is going to be producing this at the same time that we're putting this video out. So you guys will have links there, and you know, and the good practice is if the standard is usually if you have 2 of the symptoms, then you shouldn't be come. But I would ask you if you have any of these symptoms.
No symptoms, please.
Please just don't come. We know that you want to see the people that you miss, but it's okay. You know what? There's going to be a meeting. So let's just wait and make sure that you're symptom free, and then come to the meeting.
It's hard not seeing our friends and
Yes.
family. It's so hard, and we so understand that. It's been a rough couple of months.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we are in this together, and we need to protect our friends and family. So make sure you're symptom free if you are going to come out to any meetings once we open up.
What's the next one?
Washing our hands.
Oh, yeah.
So if the facility does not have hand washing facilities, hand sanitizer will need to be provided by the group.
Yep.
And
They're required. They're
They
required.
are
The group,
required.
if you want to have a
Groups-
meeting, you have to have hand sanitizer. But we would also
Or-
encourage everyone else to just bring your own just as a backup. But that's no excuse. The group have to have hand sanitizer to have a meeting.
or hand washing facilities.
Or hand washing, that's right.
You can wash your hands because that's better. We
Yep.
like that better. But if you don't have hand washing facilities, please bring hand sanitizer. And you also need to use a CDC recommended cleaner to disinfect any surfaces. Like if you have tables and things, you're going to have to do that before and after the meeting.
Okay.
So there is going to be a maximum capacity. We talked about local and state regulations already. Once that's met, that is the maximum capacity. No one else can attend. No one else can come in. And
Let's use an example so everybody understands. So North Oaken might be different than South Oaken. And even though it's the same, us non-Oaken people, it's the same, but I know that's like blasphemy. However, Midlands has a very strict requirement currently. And, it might be different than Penamere or Constellation. So Constellation has a very aggressive policy that, we have feelings about. But we'll leave that for another time.
yes, so no communal food or drink. We like to take care of each other. We like to provide drinks. We like
Here,
to
drink
give you
from my
food.
cup. I made this cordial for you. That's right. Here, I made this cheese. Have some of this cheese.
I don't know if I can stop with the cheese.
I put all my cooties all over you. You can't have any of it. There's no community food. There's no community water. If you want snacks, bring your own stuff. If you want water, bring your own stuff. Do not share with anyone.
And bring water for your children and snacks for your children. And teach them not to share with other
Correct.
people right now. We're going to have to be very careful, very conscientious right now. And we talked about martial activity.
Let's talk about it again. So we want to reiterate. There's not going to be any martial activities for the foreseeable future. And guys, ladies, you're just going to have to be patient. Your king and your queen are asking you to not do this stuff. Okay, I can't control on what's going on out there, but there will be no SCA sanctioned martial activities until further notice. This is serious business. This is the highest probability of anyone getting sick and what we're doing. If you look at what the CDC is saying, they're saying no contact sports. That's what we qualify as. No contact sports. You need to be taking care of each other. I understand. Again, so if you live with somebody, all right, great. But if you're shipping people across town or from different towns, you're not doing what we need to be doing. You take care of each other. I know you want to fight. I know you want to get out there. I know it's for your mental health. You feel better. This virus will kill people, okay? So this is serious. Please, please help us out and comply and just sacrifice for the greater good, please.
We're doing our best to keep you safe, to keep our kingdom healthy, and we hope that we're doing things that make you cheerful as well. It's a little different. It's online. We're not meant to be online with this organization, so
No.
it is hard for everybody, and we so understand because it's hard to do this as we're doing it as well. It's really hard to be royalty during this particular time. So we would really appreciate it if you would help us.
Yeah, like we said, it's bigger than the two of us. It's bigger than Curia. This is a kingdom-wide effort. We need everybody on board in trying to be part of the solution and not being part of the problem. And this is going to get more and more difficult as this time ticks on because we know it. We see these daily posts every single day, how lonely you are. People are suffering from depression. You have anxiety. We don't know what's going to happen. And as we start opening things up, remember, we might have to pull back. And if we do, we need everyone to not despair. We need you to understand that we need to continue to be there for us, for each other. Not for us, for each other. And to that point, I wanted to bring something else up that's kind of off in a little bit of the weeds because this is what I do. I understand that people are stressed. I understand that you're lonely. We need to think about how we interact with each other online. Before you get offended and you make that hostile post, please really think like 5 times before you send that post. Maybe it should be a private message, but really, what are we doing here? If we're attacking each other, we're not helping each other, and we're only making the situation more difficult because we can't see each other. So,
Everyone is stressed. It's hard. But we need to be kind.
yeah, these are your friends. These are the people that you want to go see on the weekend. So let's not have any internet fights, okay? If we can. We have anything else that we need to cover?
I don't think so right now.
All right, so this does not affect today. I just want to review. July 1, when we'll be, as the month of June starts rolling out, you're going to see things from the Kingdom Seneschal. You'll see things from the local Seneschals as well as the regional Seneschals. And we're going to move these things forward. And you're going to start seeing activities go on the books. But again, there are going to be limits. And there's going to be standards that everyone has to adhere to. Doesn't matter if you're the queen. Doesn't matter if you're the king. Doesn't matter if you're a little local Earl Marshal. Everyone has to adhere to these conditions.
And if conditions in your area become unsafe, don't meet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go back to the Zoom.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're going to see a lot of that.
Yep.
So I just wanted to tell everybody that we think about you on a regular basis. We talk about you daily. We talk about how we can try to help the kingdom. And, you know, we're always thinking about you. And we just want you to know that. We care so much about everyone that's in this kingdom. That's all I got.
Have a good night, Midrealm, Draco Invictus.
Tell them you love them.
They know I love them.
I love you. I love you more than her. Don't you not? No. See you guys soon.
Bye.
Be well. Keep those questions coming in, and we'll answer them the best we can.